It is very nice to greet you again. In today's video we will talk about the following. When should you stop trying to get your ex back? I know what it's like to want to get someone you love back. I know the pain you feel when you wake up in the morning. I know what it's like to constantly check your phone hoping to get a text from them. I've seen women and men try everything there is to try. I've seen them do everything right and fail. I've even seen people get so wrapped up in their relationships with their ex that they refuse to accept it, no matter how crazy the circumstances are. However, if you're able to combine the good and bad times together and are able to say, you know what? I think having my ex in my life is the best thing for me. Then I don't see any reason why you shouldn't give it your all to try and get your ex back. Do things the right way. Sure, you may have tried to get your ex back, but can you honestly say that you did the best thing? I'm basically telling you that to know for sure if you have a chance of making this work again, you should try to get your ex back. But, when should you give up? One thing you'll realize very quickly is that things are never that simple when it comes to determining if you should give up on getting your ex back. The truth is, reality is never that simple. 1. Actions speak louder than words. If you ever want to see what a person really wants aside from their words, you need to look at their actions. If your ex says they never want to get back with you, those are simply words. While those words may mean something, what you really need to pay attention to are their actions. For example, let's say your ex says they don't want to get back with you. However, over time they want to see you constantly. When they see you, they won't be able to keep their hands off of you. These actions would suggest that he or she has an attraction to you and may still want you back. Of course, this can work the other way around as well. If your ex says he doesn't want to get back with you and never responds to your texts, phone calls, or constant attempts to move forward with the getting back process, then his actions indicate that he may not actually want to get back with you. 2. The consequences of the previous relationship. Let's imagine for a moment that I'm dating a beautiful woman. The relationship between us was pretty good. There weren't a lot of fights, just the normal ones here and there. After about a year, we both broke up, but the breakup wasn't that horrible. Now, I would consider this to be a pretty good breakup. Let's look at the opposite side of the coin. Let's imagine that I'm dating an actress. Throughout our relationship we're constantly fighting. I'm constantly jealous of her and she's constantly jealous of me. Over time, the stress of the relationship becomes too much for both of us and we break up. This is what I would consider a bad breakup. Well, for starters, the first example seemed a lot healthier, while the second example seemed really stressful and unhealthy. Which couple do you think has the best chance of getting back together? 3. Use the future to affect your decisions. Some relationships just don't fit together. It's really sad, but it's very true. Figuring out how to tell if your ex is worth it is not a particularly easy process. Now I want to be clear. What I'm telling you to do here will be very easy to understand. I want you to step out of the now for a moment and start thinking about the future. I want you to think about where you see yourself in 5 years. Now, as far as relationships go, do you think your ex will be able to hold up? Do you think he or she can fit into your life? Will he or she be trustworthy? Will you always be able to count on him or her? If you just want him or her back so the pain goes away, then you're taking the easy way out. What you need to do is determine if he or she is worth being in your life in the future. How do his or her goals match up with yours? All of this matters, and it's time to start thinking about the hard stuff. When you take a step back and look at your relationship with your ex, do you think it's worth the effort? The easy answer I usually get is, yeah, it's definitely worth it, and blah, blah, blah. It takes an incredible person to admit that maybe getting back together isn't the best idea because in the end the relationship doesn't fit. I know it may sound really simple, but it really isn't. You are an essential part of what we do on this channel. For this reason, we keep an eye on what you need, and if it is your desire to recover your ex correctly and effectively, you must click on the link below.